Hello students, my name is Ashish Prabhugankar. I am from Dempe College of Arts and Science. Name of the module is Androecium. In this module, we are learning different terminology for different morphology of Androecium parts. Different parts of Androecium we should be able to name at the end of this module and list different types of Androecium based on uh, this module. Androecium is the third member of the floral whorl and it is the first essential whorl of the flower. Calyx and corolla doesn't take part in the reproduction, whereas androecium and gynoecium take part in reproduction. That's why they are called essential whorl, and they are important whorl of the flower. Individual members of these whorls are called stamen. In an androecium, the number of stamens may be 1 to many. The stamens may remain free or variously united or attached to other whorls. A stamen has slender stalk called filament which bears at the tip anther lobes containing pollen grains or microspores or the male gametes. The filament may be short or slender, or in some cases the filament is completely absent, and it is then the stamen is called sessile. Coming to the structure of the anther has two lobes, the which are connected by the tissue called as connective. Each anther lobe has two chambers called pollen sac and microsporangia. Pollen sac contain pollen grain that is which are called as microspores. In a floral whorl, the stamens are inserted in one or more whorls or may be arranged spirally on an elongated thalamus as in the case of Michelia. Next, we come to cohesion of stamens. As I said, the pollen filament may be variously attached to one another. If the all this in some flowers, like in hibiscus, all the stamen filaments are attached, forming a tube-like structure, and then this is called as monodelphous stamens. If the attachment of the stamens form two groups, as in the case of Leguminosae, they are called diadelphous stamens. And if it is forming more than two groups, in some of the families like citrus, they form more than one group of stamen attached together, then it is called polydelphous condition. Okay. Sometime the stamen filaments are not attached, but stamens are attached to each other by adhesion of their anthers. Okay, then this kind of structure is called as syngenesious. Okay, and this kind of structure is can be found in some members of Astraceae. Okay, uh, synandrous condition is when the stamens also are attached and the filament also are attached to each other. This kind of condition can be found in some members of Cucurbitaceae, that is Benincasa. So another morphological structures in stamen is stamen may vary in their length. All the stamen filament may not be of same length. So based on the length of the stamen filament, stamens can be classified as didynamous when the stamens are unequal in length and two are long and two are short, that is didynamous condition. Stamens may be called as tetradynamous when there are four long stamens and two short stamens. So that is the four long and two short will form the tetradynamous stamens. In some of the flower may be heterodynamous. That means there will be a varied there will be many stamens which are variable in length. Stamen lobes are attached to a filament. So how they are attached with the filament will form different kind of stamen structure. Basophilic stamen when the filament is firmly attached at the base of the anther. Dorsiflic stamen is when the filament is firmly attached to the back of the anther. Okay, and there are some more variation. Adnate stamen. Here the stamen filament is attached at the back of the anther, but it is running all through the length of the androecium lobes. Then it is called adnate. Okay, versatile stamen. This particular kind of stamen is when the stamen is almost dorsifixed. Okay, but is attached in such a way that the anther can swing freely. Okay, this kind of stamen is found in grasses. And the further the androecium can be classified based on the position of stamens. So haplostaminous condition, having a single series of, we have the single series of stamen, or the stamen number is equal to, also the stamen number is equal to number of petals, which are the stamens are alternating with the petals. Isostemony is the term applied when the stamens are in one whorl and the number of stamen is equal to the numbers of sepals and petals. So here the stamens are equal to the sepals and petals added together. That is number equal to the periant divisions. Diplostaminous condition is when the isostemony is there, and then stamen occur in two whorls in this diplostaminous and diplostaminous condition. So diplostaminous is when the outer the stamen when the stamens are present in two whorls, they can be called as antisepalous when the outer one alternate with the petal. So you can see one petal marked as external. Those outer one alternate with petal in antisepalous. So the external petal is opposite to the sepal. Okay, and the inner one, inner wall alternate with sepal. That is the petal will be antipetalous. So the inner stamen is opposite to the petal. So this kind of condition, the obdiplostaminous condition is found in Muraya. Obdiplostaminous condition, where there are two whorls of the stamens, of which outer stamen alternate with the petal. So external whorl is alternating with the petal and it is opposite to the sepal. Stamens are sometimes inserted on the corolla. They are stamen filament is sometimes merged not directly with the thalamus, but it is attached to the inner whorl, that is the gynoecium, or it may be merged with the outer whorl of the flower, that is corolla. So if the stamen is attached with the outer whorl, then it is called that is corolla. It is called epipetalous, that is found in mostly Solanaceae, or the more specifically Datura, or sometimes it is attached to the gynoecium. So and the structure is called gynantrous condition. So this kind of condition can be found in Asclepiadaceae, that is Calotropis in particular, or Orchidaceae. Conation product of the stamen and stigma. In here, the structure which is found by the fusion of stamen and stigma is called gynostrigium. So androecial characters, what we have studied so far, and we'll be able to describe according to this number. This module is number of stamens, number of anther lobes, whether stamens are free or united, nature of cohesion, length of filament, surface of the filament, and the terminology of the androecium, that is syngenaceous, epipetalous, diatinamous, tetradinamous, adnate, basifix, dorsifix, all haplostaminous, diplostaminous, obdiplostaminous, gynostrigium, and gynostrabium. These are the references for this module. Thank you.